Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be reviewing Mazebook. So this is actually one of three Dark Horse titles that we'll be talking about this week in our review. So very interesting that it turned out this way. So Mazebook is written by Jeff Lemire, who you may know from a lot of stuff, both Marvel and DC, Sweet Tooth from Vertigo Comics, most recently working on a lot of other stuff like Black Hammer and all that with Dark Horse. But this is a book that he's pretty much writing and doing art by himself. We do have letters by Steve Wands. Like I mentioned, this is a Dark Horse comic. In this book, we meet our protagonist who we realize that this is going to be a very interesting story. The first clue was that this book is about 50 pages for a first issue, so you definitely get your bang for your buck. This is not the standard 22 pages of a comic book, which is really weird, but it doesn't really feel that way. I think the book is paced very well, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the art. So overall, the story follows this guy who kind of is remembering his daughter, and I really love the way that is illustrated here. As you can see, there's not a lot of color. I think this is some of my favorite Lemire art. I think some of there's a lot of things that he does very interestingly, but I don't want to say that there's really like there's this book has a lot of. I feel like this has a lot of content. It's just I think it's really done very well. The world that is being created here and the premise that we're getting here. I love these panels here by following our protagonist in their daily routine, and it's really interesting. Like the way the character designs here, the shading and the line work. Like I said, this is some of my favorite work from Lemire. One thing that I have noticed, a lot of Lemire's characters have the beard and the mustache, which is really interesting. I hadn't really seen that um, until this book. But yeah, I love the way that we kind of meet the protagonist and we go through their routine, and it really feels as you were reading the book, you do feel like you're in a maze because you kind of start going through following their routine, and like you go from here, and here's what I was talking about with the pacing. You have these 3 pages, and as you can see, there's big panels on the first one, and then the panels start getting smaller as we get to walking through the street and coming out of the subway, going to the office where they work, talking to some people. And then the book really slows down here when he stops to talk about people. You can see how the panels are even smaller now. Like that's such an interesting way to do this. But then as you kind of get to see this person, their life is very repetitive. So as I was reading, um, I got this feeling of like, wait, I've been here before. I've seen this before. Like Lemire uses a lot of panels that are very similar in this routine, the routine from the day to day to kind of tell the story that's unraveling, kind of like the sweater that we saw at the beginning of the book. So I think it all really works very well. So I really enjoy this. I won't go too much into the story because I think you should kind of experience that on your own. But I wanted to give just like the technique used here is what really kind of blew my mind. Like I said, I was reading, and in the digital you get to see the guided view helps a lot with the paging. But even if you have with the pacing, but even if you have the full page spreads, like you can see, like you have to stop and look at each panel, right? They all have a little bit of narration. So the more panels you have on the page, the slower you're going to get through a page. It's just really well done. And then as things kind of cycle back to that train and going to work over and over, you start wondering like, wait, I've already seen this. What's going on? And you kind of do feel lost, like in a maze. Very like um, it's not a very hidden message. Like it's really there in your face. So I appreciate that. I think it's really interesting that we books like this is what makes me kind of really interested in just discovering comic books outside of capes, because I as much as I love superhero comics, this is the stuff that just there's so much exploration of what you can do with the medium. So yeah, Lemire's a genius. That's why I usually pick up pretty much everything that he puts, pen to paper. So yeah, but let me know if you've read this book. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other recommendations for Jeff Lemire work. I don't know. I think I read a lot of it, but leave it in the comments if you have a favorite. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And check out our Patreon. We have a link in the description. We do a monthly giveaway to one of our patrons. We just send you guys something from our collection, which it's pretty expensive between all four of us, so the host. So yeah, come check that out. You can see some of the stuff that we're giving away at the live shows. But thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.